What if I told you that the biggest thing holding you back is you, not the economy, not your boss, not your past, you. And the truth is, most people aren't failing because they're incapable. They're failing because they're playing small. It's time to stop hiding, step up, and start owning the life that was meant for you. You weren't born to shrink yourself for the comfort of others. You weren't made to stay quiet, compliant, or invisible. Deep down, you know there's more in you, more to give, more to become. In this video, we're going to uncover exactly how to stop playing small and start owning your life like you were always meant to. Number one, stop. Too many people shrink their dreams to fit the size of other people's comfort zones. They suppress their ambition, downplay their goals, and pretend they're satisfied just to avoid being judged or misunderstood. But here's the truth. Wanting more for your life is not selfish. It's a signal. It's a sign that you're alive, that you're growing, and that your potential is trying to wake you up. We've been conditioned to believe that desiring more freedom, more success, more impact is somehow wrong, that it means we're ungrateful for what we already have. But gratitude and ambition are not enemies. They're partners. Gratitude grounds you. Ambition pulls you forward. You can be thankful and still want to expand. You can appreciate where you are while reaching for more. The problem starts when we begin to apologize for that inner fire. When we downplay our goals so we don't make others uncomfortable. When we hold back our enthusiasm so we're not labeled too much. But the moment you start apologizing for wanting more, you begin the slow death of your potential. You silence your voice. You deny your gift. You make yourself smaller just to keep the peace. And in doing so, you rob the world of what you're here to do. Let's be clear. Playing small serves no one. Dimming your light doesn't make others shine brighter. It just leaves everyone in the dark. If you want more, it's because you're meant for more. Period. That dream in your heart, that vision that keeps you up at night is not random. It's not an accident. It's a calling. And you don't owe anyone an apology for answering it. So stop saying sorry when you speak up about your goals. Stop explaining yourself when you set boundaries to protect your time and energy. Stop watering down your passion so others feel more comfortable around you. This isn't arrogance. This is alignment. This is what it looks like to own your life. And yes, some people might not understand. They might roll their eyes when you talk about your vision. They might try to bring you back down to reality, but that's not your problem to solve. You weren't put on this earth to live a life that makes everyone else feel better about their own limitations. You were put here to become everything you were created to be. Owning your life starts with owning your desires. Boldly, unapologetically, it means recognizing that wanting more isn't a flaw, it's a fire. And the moment you stop apologizing for it is the moment your life begins to transform. So speak your dreams, stand in your truth, and go after more, not because you're ungrateful, but because you know what's possible. Number two, you can have the biggest dreams in the world, the clearest goals, the strongest discipline. But if your environment is toxic or small-minded, it will slowly suffocate your potential. The people and places you surround yourself with matter more than you think. Your environment is not neutral. It's either pulling you forward or holding you back. There is no in-between. Think about it like this. If you plant a seed in bad soil, no matter how much potential that seed has, it won't grow. Not because it's a bad seed, but because the environment wasn't right for it to thrive. The same is true for you. You are capable of incredible things, but if you're surrounded by negativity, complacency, or low standards, you'll struggle to rise. Start paying close attention to what you're letting into your world. Who are the people you spend the most time with? What kind of conversations are you having on a daily basis? Are you talking about growth, ideas, and opportunities, or are you stuck in cycles of gossip, complaints, and excuses? Energy is contagious, and if you're not intentional about your environment, you'll catch the wrong kind of energy without even realizing it. This doesn't mean you have to cut everyone off or isolate yourself. It means you raise your standard. It means you protect your mental space like your life depends on it. Because in many ways it does. One negative voice can plant doubt in your mind. One toxic relationship can drain your focus. One uninspired circle can cause you to shrink instead of grow. Auditing your environment also includes what you consume. What are you watching, listening to, and reading every day? Is your media diet feeding your vision or feeding your fears? You have to curate your inputs just as carefully as you curate your goal. If you want to own your life, you can't let your environment be shaped by default. It has to be built by design. Now here's the empowering part. You have control. You get to choose who you listen to, what you allow, and where you place your energy. And once you start surrounding yourself with people who challenge you, support you, and inspire you, everything changes. Your standards rise, your belief expands, your momentum builds. You begin to realize that success is normal when you're in the right room. That it's not crazy to want more when you're around others who are also growing. That you don't have to explain your ambition when you're surrounded by people who speak the same language. So audit your environment, ruthlessly. Not because you're better than anyone, but because you're committed to becoming your best self. You cannot build a bold life in a small environment. The foundation of owning your life is standing guard over what and who you allow into it. Make sure everything around you supports where you're going, not where you've been. Number 3. Here's a truth many people avoid. You will never feel one. Waiting for the perfect moment to begin, whether it's a project, a career shift, or a big life change, is the biggest trap that keeps people playing small. The idea of ready is a myth. It's an excuse the mind creates to protect you from risk, discomfort, or failure. But the cost of waiting is lost, opportunities missed, potential wasted. Playing small hides behind this illusion of readiness. I need more time. I need more knowledge. I need to be better. But the people who own their lives are the ones who start anyway. They start messy. They start imperfect. They start scared. Because they know that action is the antidote to fear, and momentum is the ultimate confidence builder. When you start before you feel ready, you're giving yourself permission to grow in real time. You learn by doing, adjusting, and iterating. The clarity you crave won't come from waiting. It will come from movement. Every step forward reveals new lessons, new strengths, new opportunities you couldn't have seen from the sidelines. Think about the most successful people you admire. None of them had everything figured out at the beginning. They didn't wait until their plan was perfect. They didn't have all the answers. They started anyway. They treated failure as feedback, not final judgment. And that's what transformed their lives from ordinary to extraordinary. So how do you start before you're ready? Begin with small steps. Commit to one action today that moves you closer to your goal. It might be writing a page, making a phone call, or simply clarifying your vision. Whatever it is, take that imperfect first. Because once you start, momentum takes over, and ready becomes less important. Remember, the longer you wait, the smaller you feel. But the moment you start, even in fear and uncertainty, you step into power. You step into control. You stop playing small and begin owning your life. The world rewards action. The world notices those who dare to move. So don't wait for perfect. Start now. Your future self will thank you. Number 4, say no without guilt. One of the biggest reasons people play small is because they've forgotten the power of saying no. We live in a world that constantly demands our time, energy, and attention. There's always something to do, someone to please, some expectation to meet. And when you say yes to everything, you're actually saying no to yourself, to your goals, to your growth, to owning your life. Saying no is not about being rude or selfish. It's about protecting your priorities and honoring your vision. When you say no without guilt, you create space for what truly matters. You send a clear message to yourself and to others that your time is valuable and your dreams deserve respect. Playing small often means people-pleasing. We say yes to avoid conflict, to keep others happy, or simply because we don't want to disappoint. But this kind of yes is a slow death of your potential. Every time you say yes out of obligation, you drain your energy and move further from the life you want. The cost: frustration, burnout, and regret. Owning your life means becoming comfortable with the discomfort of saying no. It means realizing that you cannot be everything to everyone. And that's okay. Your job is not to carry everyone's expectations on your back. Your job is to carry your own vision forward with clarity and courage. Start by identifying what deserves your yes, what aligns with your goal, what adds value to your growth. Then practice saying no to everything else. It might feel awkward at first. Some people may push back or react negatively. But remember, your no is not about them. It's about you. It's about honoring your path. Saying no also means setting clear boundaries. Boundaries are the invisible fences that protect your mental and emotional space. They prevent others from draining you or pulling you off course. When you have boundaries, you're not just playing defense. You're playing to win. In the end, saying no without guilt is one of the most powerful ways to stop playing small. It frees you to say yes to your dreams, your health, your peace, and your purpose. It gives you control over your life rather than letting life control you. So be bold, be clear, say no, and watch how much bigger your life becomes. Number 5, one of the most powerful ways to stop playing small is to recognize the story you've been living by, and then rewrite it. Every one of us carries a narrative in our minds about who we are, what we're capable of, and what our future holds. But most of those stories were written for us, not by us. They're often filled with limiting beliefs, doubts, and fears that keep us stuck in a life far smaller than what we deserve. Maybe your story says, "I'm not smart enough," or "I'm too old to change," or "I've already failed too many times." These stories sound real because we've repeated them so often. But here's the truth. They are just stories. They are beliefs, not facts. And beliefs can be changed. The moment you realize that your internal narrative isn't absolute is the moment you gain power. You become the author of your own story. You can edit, revise, and rewrite every limiting belief that's holding you back. Instead of "I'm not enough," your new story might be, "I'm learning and growing every day." Instead of "I can't do this," it becomes, "I'm capable of figuring this out." Owning your life means refusing to live as a victim of your past or your circumstance. It means refusing to let the mistakes, the failures, or the negative labels define who you are. Your past is a chapter, not the whole book. Your setbacks are lessons, not verdicts. You have the pen in your hand. Start writing a story that reflects your highest potential. Rewrite your story with courage. Replace "I'm stuck" with "I'm progressing." Replace "I'm weak" with "I'm resilient." Replace "I'm afraid" with "I'm brave." Each new thought is a brick in the foundation of a life where you don't just survive, This mental shift will ripple into every area of your life. Your actions will align with your new beliefs. You'll stop shrinking to fit old stories and start expanding to match your new vision. And as you rewrite your story, you reclaim ownership of your life. Remember, the stories you tell yourself shape your reality. So choose a story of strength, possibility, and growth. Choose a story where you are the hero, not the bystander. When you do that, playing small becomes impossible, because you won't just be living your life, you'll be owning it. Number 6. Too many people live their lives in defense mode, trying to avoid failure, rejection, or discomfort. They tiptoe around decisions, stay in their comfort zones, and play it safe. But here's the problem. When you live just to avoid losing, you end up winning very little. Playing small is a survival mindset, and survival is not the same as thriving. To own your life, you have to shift from playing not to lose to playing to win. Playing to win means embracing boldness. It means taking risks, even when the outcome isn't guaranteed. It means committing fully to your goals, knowing that the possibility of failure is part of the journey, not the end of it. When you play to win, you're not driven by fear. You're driven by vision. You focus on what you can gain rather than what you might lose. This shift changes everything. Instead of hesitating or holding back, you take decisive action. Instead of settling for good enough, you push for greatness. Instead of shrinking to fit others' expectations, you expand to meet your own. Playing to win is a mindset of abundance. It's believing there's enough success, happiness, and fulfillment for you and everyone else. You also learn to see setbacks differently. Instead of fearing failure, you see it as feedback, a necessary step on the path to victory. You don't let mistakes define you. You let them teach you. This resilience is what separates those who play small from those who own their lives. Playing to win requires courage and commitment. It means showing up every day ready to give your best, no matter what challenges arise. It means dreaming big, acting boldly, and refusing to settle for less than what you deserve. Remember, life rewards those who take the game seriously, who invest in themselves, who dare to step into the arena, fully aware that the greatest risk is never trying at all. So stop playing not to lose. Start playing to win. Own your life with confidence and purpose, and watch how far you can go.